Hi guys, this is me, Rusty78609 in Central Texas, USA on Park Road 4, headed to Highway 281 to go to the grocery store. What an exciting video this will be. Think about that. Anyway, it is January the 25th, Wednesday, 2017 at 9:48 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is 56 top up degrees because it's cool outside. High today is supposed to be about 70 degrees. Tonight it'll be in the middle 30s, and then tomorrow back up into the 60s, and it'll be like that for the next several days, which for me is fine. And this video probably is going to be a little dark for a few minutes until I make a turn to the right about 3 more miles up here and am not going directly into the sunlight. But anyway, got a lot of comments. Which is good. Gives me something to do. And that's why I do these videos, to have something to do and visit with my folks that are out there, my friends that are all over the world out there. But anyway, a lot of the comments were related to, of course, my considering or looking at purchasing a Class B RV. And, I'm just in the looking stage, folks. I am in no hurry. And as I mentioned in some other videos yesterday, I'll be taking a trip in the spring or late spring, whenever, and I'll go somewhere and I'll look at some on the way. And who knows? Not going to say. But I have to tell you this. I have found not a brand, but a type that suits, that's very neat. I will say that. Now, as far as the rest of it, I don't know. But the B plus type RV looks like the one for me. That's kind of a poem. The regular B, like the Road Trek and some of those along that same vein, they're just van conversions pretty much. But the B Plus is like a mini Class C. And, you can get them 20 feet long, which is fine. And, some of them get supposedly 12 miles to the gallon. I don't know about that. But anyway, so that's what I'm looking at. I called a few places this morning in Georgetown, Texas that are large RV dealerships, and none of them had a B+. They didn't have any Bs either. They had plenty of Cs and As. So, I will continue looking, and when I run across some close to where I live, I'll go look at them. But it is a nice day in Central Texas, USA, and most of the comments that I read this morning, basically the overall thrust was keep your Prius, number one, which is a good point, because, I don't know, about 3 years to be paid for anyway, so what's that? I don't know. And then there were several comments that suggested, basically, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why change? And that is an excellent point, and don't think I haven't reviewed that many times, because I do enjoy going camping in my Class P Prius car. Oh, advertisement. After these messages, I'll be right back. For those of you that full-time RV and or go camping in your car, particularly a Prius, I have full-time RV'd for over 20 years. I live in a 26-foot bunkhouse model travel trailer right now in Central Texas. It's my home base. And I also, for the last 4 years, have gone camping in my Toyota Prius. So if you have an interest in either one of those, check out the playlists on my channel homepage. Just look for the little word playlist, click on it, select the video you want, and watch it. Okay, he's back. Commercial break is over, and life goes on. But anyway, a Class B Plus, I don't know if that's a new type or what. When I call these RV places in Austin and I called one in San Antonio and I asked them if they had a B plus. The receptionist said, "I don't know, never heard of it." And the salesman, a couple of salesmen were familiar with it. One guy had to ask me what it was, and so I don't know if it's new or what. But I also asked if they had some, small Class C's, and mostly they don't. One of them had one that was 24 feet. That was the smallest one they had. But what I'm looking for is like 20 feet, and then in that range. The smaller the better, because the easier it is to maneuver. But again, folks, I am just looking. I am in no hurry, absolutely no hurry. Am I enjoying my life now? Yep. Is anything broke? Nope. The only thing I did that was a little out of character was I took a trip out to Quartzsite in January, which I normally do not go camping in that month because it's cold, January and February. And it was true. It was a little cold, I'm telling you. At night it was cold. Of course, I turned the heat on. I'd set it on 65. That all worked out. But you still get, even when you're running the heater like that, you still get a little condensation on the windows because of you're respiring and putting little droplets of moisture in the air in your car, and the car is not a very big spot. So here we are at 281. Isn't this exciting? This is another one of my viral videos. Gosh, YouTube. That's probably why YouTube is cutting me off. That's why I'm having such a hard time uploading videos, is because once one of my videos gets out there, it just takes up all the space. Everybody else is blocked. So, I understand why they do it, even though it aggravates the crap out of me. But uploading videos is an issue. I'm not sure what the problem is, but see, what happens is, like in any business or any project you ever get into, you want to be predictable. Okay? If you have a business and your hours are 8 to 5, don't open at 8:30 and close at 4. Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? Be predictable. People like predictability. Even me. I like to get up in the mornings and do my video or O's and get them uploaded, and then I can check comments, and that makes everything just work out just fine and dandy. Dolly Parton. And so we're working on that. I don't know if it is it has to be a YouTube issue. That's all I can tell you, because I tried 2 different services, 2 different types of phones, same problem. Goes into the preparing mode and stops. But both of those phones are taking the videos in HD or HD quality. And what I noticed is when I used my tablet, which is definitely not HD, I don't even think it's H, but the videos are a little grainy, but they're there, and they go right on up. It just goes right into the uploading mode, and boom, within 30 minutes it's posted. So, something to do with the amount of data in the file that's causing YouTube to slow down. I'm not sure if YouTube is possibly doing some upgrades, and there are millions of others having this problem. Anyway, dwelled on that crap long enough. I also had some comments about these tiny homes, which is, people are interested in. And they're fascinating. You can probably get by pretty cheap with that, with solar and other things. Ideally, for me, if I had the dough, which I don't. Oh, by the way, somebody fan funded a good one, and I do appreciate it. Somebody supported my channel, and I do appreciate that. I went, whoa. Anyway, thank you, whoever, very much, because I don't get to see who it is. So, in the comments, I'm amazed at how helpful people can be in any situation, I guess. I mean, I just pointed out I was thinking about possibly getting a Class B motorhome, or looking at options, Class C. Man, I've gotten links to all kind of stuff that I never would have thought it. I've got suggestions that are really helpful because, you want to get you want a variety of input whenever you're making a major decision, and this would be a major one for me because of the dollars involved. And I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not, well, I guess I am surprised because, I haven't been doing videos that long. And it's just really refreshing to know there are a lot of people that care. That's amazing. Because I've been a lone wolf for God, I don't know how many years, 30, 40, long time. And I've never expected anybody to help me. If I couldn't do it on my own, I didn't do it. And that's pretty much the way it's always been. In fact, even when I was a child, I grew up on a farm. And that was the way it was. You did for yourself. If you cut yourself, well, you took care of it. Nobody else did. We never went to the doctor, ever. So here we are coming into the wonderful little city of Marble Falls. And I'm going to the HEB family-owned grocery store. It's a chain of grocery stores across Texas all the way up to almost Dallas and south and west Texas, not far west. A lot in the east and the south, and then in Mexico they have a lot of stores in Mexico, and a lot of their produce particularly comes from Mexico and other parts of South America. The name is HEB, and that's, I think, I think it is Harry or Henry, but B-U-T-T. Yep, the primary stockholder now is Charles Butt. I don't know what kind of name that is. Irish? I don't know. English? Maybe it's pronounced Butte, but it's not. It's Butt. On the right there was where they're building the new Pedernales Electric Co-op business center, business offices, just what we need. But anyway, I'm traveling down the highway at 58 miles an hour, getting about 61 miles a gallon. You get that, it averages out about 55 in the Prius all around. For me, when I'm home, when I'm camping, it drops about 10%, it drops down to about 50 even. And that, my friends, would be hard to get away from. The miles, the MPG, the miles per gallon that these Class Bs and Cs and B pluses get can be, maybe, probably will be a deal killer. For example, if I'd had a Class B or C and gone out to quartzsite 2,400 miles round trip at 10 miles a gallon, 240 gallons at price of gasoline a day, that's $500. Okay, $500. How much did I spend on gas? Slightly less than $100. Okay, 5 times as much. I don't know. How much do you want to pay for comfort, Rusty? Huh? And how often are you going to go? That's good to know. I mean, the older I get, am I going to go less? Oh, gas is $1.97 at Walmart for regular unleaded. This is Marble Falls, Texas, in central Texas, USA. Population about 6,500, I think. And they have some other little communities near here, which makes this kind of a metro area. There's a Canyon Lake Resort, which is a large community. Then you got Granite Shoals. Burnett, Texas is close to this, about 10 or 12 miles away. So this is kind of the regional shopping center. Has some neat stores. I mean, not many. I mean, not like a city of any kind, but it's nice. So B plus. There's actually one called a BT, boy Tom, BT Cruiser. Not PT like the little car, but BT. And it's really a neat looking unit. You see that? Well, there's a little Transit over there, Ford Transit. Those are really neat. And boy, they just pull on me like a magnet because they get 28 miles a gallon. But man, you cannot stand up in that thing. You can't. I mean, you're squatting. They make a high box, but you'd still be humped over like the hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't want to get fixed and locked in that position and be hunching around town. So here we go, guys. What's the deal on this? I'm going to load a good video out there and see what happens, and then I'm going to call. Well, I can't get you can't call YouTube. All you can do is send email, and sometimes you get a pretty quick response, and sometimes you don't get one at all. I guess if it's a question they can answer, they get right back to you, and if it's a question they don't care about, it goes in the garbage. Waltzing Matilda. Matilda's my garbage can for you new viewers. And yeah, this is Marble Falls, guys. Neat little town. But if you're going to move to Central Texas, I have a suggestion for you. Look at Fredericksburg. Why? It's a neat little German community. It's a little higher up in the elevation. It's a little cooler in the summer, not much, but noticeable. And it's just such a clean little town. They've always got something going on. It's about 10,000 population. And just a great little community. In fact, if I ever move from here, that's where I'll go. It's Fredericksburg, Texas. Why not go to New Mexico, Rusty? Well, I've thought about that many times. But Mexico, even southern New Mexico, gets pretty chilly little winters. Not bad, but I'm a native Texan. What can I say? Born and raised. You can get papers on me. But it's fine and dandy like Hard Rock candy. Dolly Parton. No, but I'm fine and dandy. Yeah, like Hard Rock candy. She had a beautiful voice. And I remember she used to be on a little old show out of San Antonio, Texas called the Porter Wagoner Show. And this guy was a hick. Goddamn. But it was his show. And he had a jacket he wore with a wagon wheel on the back. A beaded, glittery thing on his back of his coat. And he always wore a lot of jewelry, gold rings and stuff and chains and shit. Oh yeah, Porter Wagoner Show. And she took over real quick. When they hired her, the ratings went way up, but Porter Wagoner went way out. It wasn't long till she was on the charts making millions, and he was sitting there in San Antonio with a wagon wheel on his back. H-E-B, folks. Grocery store for me. It's funny, everybody that goes to stores, I guess, has their little spots where they park, you know what I mean? So when I come in here, I'm like a little hawk looking to see if one of my spots is open. And this one's not exactly one of my favorites because I always back in. And the reason I back in is because I don't like backing out. If you understand what I mean, you older folk. Because I could definitely back right out in front of somebody. Anyway, having said that, it may be Christmas before you see this video, but old Bud Light. Thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy USA made when you can. Drink plenty of water. Take deep breaths. Guy asked a question the other day or made a comment. Says, Rusty, why do you say that about taking deep breaths? The reason is I read about it one time, how to relieve stress. And one of the easiest ways and most convenient ways is to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and do that a few times every day, or an hour. Do it a couple of times. Whenever you think of it, just take a deep breath, and it helps relieve stress. So take deep breaths, drink plenty of water, stretch, 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 walk, walk, walk. Don't eat out too much or very little, and you'll be alive long enough to possibly see this video, because I'm going to start uploading it right now. Anyway, guys, adios. Bye-bye. Thank y'all for the comments and the help.